Alex is an AV guy.
Yeah, I love Alex.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I love Alex too.
Alex is like,
I don't even know. Yeah,
that's live. We're live. Yeah. Hi. Welcome to another episode of the People's Mic. I am Jimmy Peoples, and my seat's too short. This is episode 465.
Wow.
465, bitches. Hi. I'm glad you're sitting here. We say
At the end
the
of
best.
the
This is a good shit. Yeah. Introduce yourself.
Alex, this is new. The screen. This is
Because that's live on Facebook now.
okay.
We go live every day.
Yeah, no, I've seen it, but
Yeah.
I was wondering why everybody had like kind of like
Hey.
a 1,000-yard stare, and it's because they're looking at
Because
themselves
they look
on
at
the
themselves.
screen.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to
You gotta
switch
find
that
that.
up.
Where's-
Huh.
No, I like it. I like it. 'cause you
Eventually,
can-
I'll get the screen so the screen is back there
Oh,
so you can
nice.
see it. But
Yeah, it looks
baby
great.
steps.
My name's Lee.
Oh shit! Here we go. See that?
Nice.
Try it again. Do it again. Do it again.
My name's Lee. Thank you.
We have 3 Asians.
3 Asians.
You.
Who, me?
Because
Yeah,
you fix
I
your
am.
posture.
I am. I was Asian in my former life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Pandora.
Pandora.
Yeah.
Hi. Your posture. How's your posture?
Oh,
See
yeah.
that? Man.
Yeah.
Difference.
Yeah.
Welcome to it. What is going on? It's a rainy Sunday. What is it?
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
It's
Tuesday.
I said Sunday. Sunday?
Yeah.
Sunday.
Feels like Sunday.
It does feel like a Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't know anything going on. How's your life? I found somebody's book the other day. I want to. Remember that thing we used to do when we found people's books and we used to read it? Because I'm gonna keep it because it's only like 1 page. It's like,
Jimmy, I'm sorry. I just thought of a funny joke. It's a little inappropriate.
do it while I get the book.
It has. It's like if you masturbate, you can say you really opened up Pandora's box.
Great.
I thought it was funny.
You're gonna walk Pandora and she didn't start yet.
Okay.
Box is vagina. It means vagina.
You think what?
I don't know that.
I know. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling
You're
you.
losing her.
Hey, you're losing her. You're losing her.
I
She's
wouldn't-
like,
no.
I get it. I get it. It was pretty
Yeah,
funny.
It was funny, but nobody
But
laughed.
if the person it's about doesn't get it, it's not funny.
Yeah.
That's,
Everybody can think
you got the bottom lip sweat. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day.
Jimmy, this is your fantasy, like
This is, you guys made my day. You know it is. Yeah. And you were talking Chinese, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Talking Chinese.
Oh, fuck. Where's my Chinese at? No.
They have Chinese on it?
What you know?
Oh,
some Chinese?
fuck. I
I
can't
took
remember.
2 years of
Shishi.
Japanese.
I was gonna say, I thought you
had-
That's
Huh?
it. God damn it.
Chinese?
You thought I knew?
Yeah.
I took 2 years of Japanese. I
Oh.
don't remember. I can read hiragana phonetically, but isn't kanji some of it similar?
What do you mean by you
Some kind of similar, but it's different.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm
Is
sure.
it?
It came back.
How
It was
many
a long time
kanji
ago.
characters are there? It's insane.
I don't know.
It's insane,
Google
right?
knows. I don't.
It's like 40,000.
I feel like the Chinese and Japanese they have the same character, same meaning, but different
pronunciation.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Different tones, right? Different tones. Like,
Different pronunciation.
Japanese is like in the back of the throat, like oh, look at that.
Oh.
In a Chinese is more yelly, more.
Yeah.
Did you say something?
Cantonese.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You know what's funny? It's like either you're saying something or you're just being extremely racist.
No,
Like,
I
it's
know
like-
the tones. I just don't know.
Yeah,
you know, And
I'm saying to an outsider.
you know who has a good bit? Tommy Kang has a great bit on different tones of Asian language.
He's Asian, so of
I
course
know,
he
but
can
his,
say
but his
that.
tones are fucking. It's hilarious. It's
Yeah.
like it's fucking funny. It's funny.
Can you do Vietnamese accent?
No, but I hate Vietnamese so much. They said when I was going to learn languages, it was like the hardest language to learn was Farsi. So I went to learn Farsi, and it was not hard. It's fun to learn, but I think the hardest to learn is Vietnamese. You all right? Fair?
Yeah.
It's super. It's I couldn't get it. at
So
all.
worldly, Jimmy. I didn't know.
I am pretty worldly.
You know Farsi?
I know a little Farsi. I know. From
Dude,
old
I
school.
would love. Yeah.
Halatunshitoy, basic hello in better.
What school did you go to that has that option for all these languages?
School of the library. You can go to the library and
School of
learn
Hard Knocks. Okay.
level. Yeah, I used to just I can't show you because it's broken.
I learned
had like
Latin.
30 languages on my iPod.
I did Latin for 2.5 years.
Latin is fucking stupid.
It's
You do have a lot of fucking time.
I have a lot of time.
You wake up early.
That's a rose.
I wake up
You wake up
early.
super early.
But I used to just play before I went to bed, so I used to just let it run and then just play it and then fall asleep for like languages.
I can speak 8 languages.
Fluently, I'm not fluent. I'm level 1 just so I can surprise any girl that I'm like, yeah, dating an Italian girl. I can just be like, yeah.
So you're a hack.
I am. I'm happy as fuck. Liddell's here.
Hey.
No. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't care. As long as I get the smile at the beginning, be like, yeah, I learned a little bit. That's it. As long as the crease in the panties drips a little bit, they love that shit.
I'm sorry?
When you know that a guy is learning language, they call it a creased panties because they go, oh, that's so cute.
But I don't.
Because I could be at a party, right? I was at a party one time and there was a Chinese girl. She was Chinese and black. And then, Chinese, you know, and she was like, yeah, I speak Chinese and I know different languages, and I spit out my little bullshit. She was like, oh, and we went in the corner and we talked.
Here's the thing.
But what is?
If she actually speaks Chinese,
She knows the bullshit,
she
but
wouldn't
she's
be
so cute
impressed.
that I try.
Yeah, that's
It's not impress. I don't want to impress you. I just want to break the ice. It's an icebreaker that I made the attempt. As a
What is
stupid
creasing the
kid.
panties? I still don't understand.
Because it's the way in. It's like that's my term. Crease the panties.
All right.
Okay, great.
That's how you do it.
Jimmy, do you really think if you speak a little bit language of their language, and
It absolutely works.
going to
I know.
impress them?
I know.
Nah.
No, it's not impressive.
Pretend.
It's not impressive. It's just it's an icebreaker. It's that I made the attempt and now we're talking, right? And then he's like, oh, I tried, and then what else could I do to learn the language? And really, what can I do to get to the panties? But
Yeah, it's great. But if she talk to you
That's
back,
great.
yeah, it's like maybe you could teach me some more over coffee sometime.
Maybe she just try to be nice.
I know.
Yeah.
And then if it doesn't turn into nothing, she doesn't care. But most of the time, it's like, all right, well, we'll hang out. Give this dumbass a try.
Yeah. You really
Pity date.
because you can speak their language and you fuck them.
Sometimes.
Jesus Christ Almighty.
Sometimes at least. Not just because I learned the language, but I made the attempt. Yeah.
okay,
No?
you go first.
Good.
I want to know, like, you're honest about that.
Yeah.
Like, really, you get a girl.
Not all the time, but yeah.
But nobody can actually know.
Yeah.
Nobody can actually know what drove
Yeah.
the sex.
It's
They were
No.
probably
Maybe-
it's the connect. It's the connect. It's not. Yeah.
You don't know what actually
Yeah.
drove.
Maybe she was
drove it
interested, and
home.
he's like, I wish this guy would stop talking Chinese and just have sex with me.
I mean, clearly when somebody sees Jimmy, it's like clearly he's a fuck machine, you know? So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, like as a woman, you're like, oh, this guy's a fuck machine. I gotta.
Welcome to the fuck machine.
So the language you speak doesn't really matter. You can
No, it doesn't matter. It's just
you
trying to
can
connect.
speak
Just make it happen.
you can speak like a turtle, but you still can.
Yeah.
It
I
doesn't
can
have.
fuck a turtle.
So-
I'm pretty sure.
So it doesn't.
She said,
One time-
speak like a turtle.
Turtles have this list. It's like
Oh, Jesus Christ, Jimmy.
Liddell
Nobody
knows.
knows.
He's like, yeah, we fuck turtles.
Turtle dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucks turtles.
What is that? Franklin was a cartoon, right?
Yeah.
How did he talk? Did he have a?
I don't know, those lips were hot, though.
Fuck machine.
I should be bilingual. You know 8 languages?
Nah.
Okay.
Of course, I don't need it to. I just use my personality.
Yeah, my.
I just like look at me
Why
and
you
then
clap?
it's
She's
like
like your hype man.
I love her. I worship the shit out of her.
it's
She
like,
says, I'm like,
look
yeah.
at me, and then it's like, oh my god.
That's pretty
All
cool that you guys are like best friends, because you just came here recently, and then now you guys are just like best friends.
That's what
Yeah, but
happens.
this is how we communicate with each other. Like we look at each other like, oh, you.
We get each other.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that's cool. Yeah.
She brought me food. She cooked for
What kind of
me.
food?
Oh wow.
Wow.
Chinese food, and
Yeah.
I brought her medicine when she's sick, and I brought
Oh,
her food.
that's
and she brought me
beautiful.
food. It's just,
Yeah.
you guys don't get
That's
it.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
No, I did. That's why I said it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's just like.
When's the last time? What was the line that the guy used that closed the deal for you? The last guy that you did.
Okay.
What did he say? How did you meet him?
And we play game. Oh, my last boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
And we
Or
play.
what guy? Anybody that tried to pick you up?
Okay. The last guy. Okay. We play a game. You know the murder mystery, something like that. Like.
Clue?
Yeah.
The
Like
word?
we play the game, and I'm the bad person,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's a cop,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like some friends, and then he said one line. He just like, I killed some people, and then he said, must be Pandora because it's so fancy kill, it's like fancy murder,
Oh.
and I just like, I like him.
Oh.
I feel
Can you get it?
That's what I'm talking
Do I
about.
get it?
Sapio, you know, Sapio.
That's my new line. I'm like, you look like you do fancy murder.
It's like,
Fancy murder.
must be you.
Fuck are you
You
talking
would
about?
kill
I
somebody.
just
You
like-
kill people with class.
Like
Yeah.
an intricate murder.
You look like you would
Like
poison.
a very like well thought out murder.
Yeah,
Intricate. Yeah.
he's Chinese, so he's just like that.
Oh.
He's
Yeah.
like, must be you because you only.
He said it in Chinese.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you
If it would have been black guy saying "must be you," fancy, you know.
Just not say it in Chinese and leave them in.
Yeah, say it in
Yeah.
Chinese.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
就是他是这么说的，他说你给了别人华丽的一刀。
Oh, yeah, I get it now.
他说你只有你给
Oh,
别人
fancy
华丽的一
okay.
刀，然后我就爱上他了。
She grabbed her heart. She grabbed her heart. That-
You grabbed the heart to
I
whatever
guess
she
that's
says, though.
Yeah, yeah.
She says, I gotta
She
go
said
take
I had
a running
chlamydia.
dump.
She's
Someone
like-
put Google Translate on. I want to know what the hell just
华
happened.
丽的一刀，他说
The Asian audience is popping in.
华丽的一刀，然后
Now they're just plotting.
然后我就喜欢他了，就是玩游戏的，玩那个。
We'll take this mic from Jimmy when he is not paying attention.
Jimmy, hashtag what they just said.
Yeah, that should be the
Yeah.
title.
I'm doing it right now.
Wow.
Good.
你好。
华丽的一刀。
Wow.
You wanna do it?
It's broken.
你会翻成
我在想
Quality doll?
No. 华丽的一刀怎
Oh,
么
I just
You
English to
fancy
Spanish.
murder.
不是 fancy.
真的吗？我的翻译能力是
It's a magnificent kill.
Mm.
That's sexy.
And
Oh,
like,
Magnificent.
and that word in Chinese is very poetic, and it's
Yeah.
always used. It's always been used in a royal way.
Oh.
And
That sounds
it's
smooth.
also a way of him. He was also complimenting her mentality, her
Yeah.
her intelligence of how she did it.
Wow.
Like people wouldn't. It's not predictable.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a good line.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I
Anybody
like
will
it.
fall for that.
对，就是
What is the way he said it though, right?
No, the word. It's the word.
You know.
It's the Chinese. No, it's the Chinese.
You describing the word, I still don't know, but I'm like, wow.
I like it.
That means the kill.
To kill.
First kill. That means the kill.
What? How do you say kill in Chinese?
It means shot, but it also means like if I chop you with a knife,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and it means like also means I killed you.
Uh-huh. It's sha.
We use nouns as verbs too.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's very different. It's very different.
That was educational. That was great.
It's very difficult to understand it because even you shot someone, we still use like knife, right?
Yeah, it's like
Because guns
Oh, because
Guns are new.
the language, yeah.
We
guns
The
still
language
use
is
more
created before the
beautiful,
gun was
like-
created, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
yes, it's more like you got Harvey Weinstein.
What?
Yeah, you got a hard
It's
one.
like-
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll give you an example.
That's what it means.
In
Same
Farsi,
situation.
Jimmy, maybe you know this, but Adams means gum, and it's because Adam's gum came to Iran later. Adams from America, and so they called it Adams, and that means gum,
Oh, shit.
like chewing gum. You're welcome.
So they created a new word.
They didn't create it. They just used the brand to mean the word. Isn't that crazy?
Oh shit, that's cheating. That's crazy.
No, but that's the same thing. I'm relating it to what they're saying. Were you paying attention?
Yeah.
Does axe mean to kill? Does axe mean to kill? Or does it just mean to kill with an axe?
In English?
In English.
It means, I think, with an axe.
Okay.
And it also means just eliminated too.
Eliminated.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
continue the conversation. Ask him.
Ask him.
Yeah.
What was? But he's been in a relationship forever. Like.
Yeah, that's why I should. That's why
Yeah.
I should be bilingual. I'm
Yeah,
not.
you-
Every time I go back
where's she
over
from?
there, France.
She's French.
Yeah.
Do you speak French?
Yeah, every time I go back over there, I see her mom just lose a little bit more respect.
I thought it was Egypt.
Huh? Un petit peu, mais pas
Je
bien.
ne sais pas.
Not yet.
My French is shit.
My friends.
I can read it okay, or I can kind of understand what people are saying, but when I have to like jump
Did
in.
you talk to her? You
I
right drunk.
Craigslist.
There's no way. See?
What?
See?
I casted.
He's a gentleman.
I casted extras in a web series episode,
Oh.
and then truthfully asked her to dinner afterward.
Wow.
I mean, because I didn't think, yeah.
You want
If
to
she
be
get-
in the film.
if she
you
gets
know?
Almost
mad,
got
did she
old-
yell at
I
you in
almost got
French?
an old chick from Craigslist. I went to go get a.
Maybe, yeah.
I went to go buy a selfie stick, and she actually was a waitress at a bar that does comedy, and she was like, "Hey, you want to hang out and have some drinks with me?" And I was like, "What the fuck is old chick?" She was like, "She's old. She's like 65."
Oh, geez.
She's like rubbing my arm. She was like,
That's
"Oh, you're
prime.
so strong." I was like, "I can knock the dust off one of these." Wow.
Yeah.
But,
She's white.
yeah, white.
Yeah.
I was like,
No, she was
They
Chinese.
got it.
yeah, she's black. It'd be a different game. I'm
Did you
like,
do it?
They got
Jimmy, did you do it?
Huh?
You did it?
No, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
But you have. You
I have.
But you never fucked.
They don't
well,
age. 65 was the oldest that I've slept with. I was 22.
Oh,
But
Right.
she's black and she didn't look. She didn't.
Oh.
She looked 50.
I feel like that shouldn't be
She
legal.
looked 40 something. And she was in the gym. She was in the gym.
She was 65, but
Yeah.
she looks 62.
Yeah.
So at least she should be at least 65.
She gotta be 65. I wanna go higher.
Okay.
I've never
I'm
done a high.
60, I'm
Do it.
66. We don't have a possibility.
What?
You're not 66.
You're 66?
She's not.
Handsome age.
There's no way.
You're not 66. Get out of here with that.
She could have fooled it.
Yeah,
somehow.
I'm 66.
Asians age after 49. After 49, they go to 70.
Not even. I was
As soon
at.
as the first gray hair comes in, it's like straight to 700.
Dude, I last week I was at New York.
You met the wrong age.
Yeah.
You've been fucking
They
with.
look, you look really young. Like you look like you, up to 48, you look like you're like underage, and then after
Underage.
48, you look like beyond that.
That's a
Do
fact.
you think you see more Asian than us?
Do I?
We live Asian.
I definitely slept
Yeah.
with more Asians
Yeah.
than both of you put together.
Yeah,
So
Great.
You don't.
yeah.
I think.
So that makes me more Asian, right?
No, Jimmy. I always think white people
I've
try
been
to
in more
tell-
Asians than both of you.
Listen
Let her finish.
Listen to me. Let me finish. And normally white people try to tell us what we look like, but now why you try to do white thing?
No, I mean, I feel like
This is a racist.
this is a racist podcast. This is a racial podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I've had enough experience. I'm definitely older than her. How old are you?
25.
25.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old are you first?
66.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I can tell. You're not 66 because your first grade didn't come in. Unless it's a week. Is that a
I'm
week?
66.
I don't believe you.
You're a liar.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Really? When were you
It's
born?
66
What year
for
were you
all.
born?
What year?
1960.
Ah! You bullshit!
You don't even know. I won't sleep with you. So I
Yeah,
don't-
I'm
you
so
don't
cute.
need.
Wow.
No, I'm joking.
Because here's the thing.
You will sleep with her?
What?
I'm a joke, baby. Black don't cry.
What? Oh, yeah.
Asians don't age.
Asians.
Ah.
Asians.
What'd you say? Asians don't raise them.
No, move on to white people. Let's talk about white
Yeah,
people.
that's-
White people age like Yankee candles. It's just,
Yeah.
It's rough.
he's
I feel it, man.
15.
Wait, try to guess it.
How old are you?
No, guess.
31.
Oh.
31.
You look fine at 30.
You,
Oh,
you know fine. You're
Ah,
fine.
thank
You
you.
look like you got a
No,
guitar
I
at
see it in
home.
I see it under
I've
the
seen
fluorescent light. I'm just like, oh, fuck.
I've seen guys my age that look fucking brutal. I was like, God.
I think it's
How
also...
is that what 40 looks like? I was like,
I
Brutally
think
young
it's
or brutally old.
brutally old. Like they're on their way out.
I think open mics keep you young too, in a weird way. Or like if you're still like, if you still have like dreams that aren't realistic. I mean, I think somehow it pumps like a certain hormone in your body. Because dudes that have kids, dudes that have like kids or like dudes that get finance jobs.
Yeah.
That are my age
Jobs,
look like
loveless jobs.
look old as fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
And then people who are like, I'm gonna sell art in a coffee shop. They can be like 50 and they can look pretty
Doing
young.
what you love as a
I think so.
Yeah.
I think there's something like
Science,
chemical about it.
What if people, they look really old, but they also love their kids a lot?
Love their kids?
But they still look old as fuck. Like they're gonna die in the next minute.
Well,
But, like,
it's
still-
a trade-off.
Adoption.
It's a trade-off.
You can love your kids and still work.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
stress, outside stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids have nothing to do with it.
You're at work more.
Kids are
Yeah.
You're at work for
I-
most of
yeah.
the day.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, cause I was thinking about my expenses and things, and I was like, like I can't take care of me. My laundry is me.
Yeah,
I see people at laundromats with piles of clothes, and I'm in and out. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah, I just got a cat, and I'm like, I have to pick up 2
yeah,
shifts a week. Like, I'm gonna have to pick up shifts because if they get sick, fuck.
Because he,
You know,
They can get sick.
not for the cat.
No, get insurance for a cat. It'll cover
Oh,
up to
really?
80% of the, or 90%
if you have
of
an
the
animal, you
expense.
should have insurance for it.
Yeah, do insurance and ask
Maybe,
for.
maybe. my
But I've had
girlfriend
so
got
many
insurance, I don't
animals
know.
that I was like, well, this is the end. It's the end for you. And looking back now, it's like a fixable thing. You know, it's like a cyst on the neck or fucking. If you got doggy cancer, you gotta go. You gotta, you know. But if you have cancer and you can afford it, yeah, go. I mean, if you have cancer, you can afford it. If you have insurance, and
Yeah.
you can afford it. Take care of your pets. That's a PSA.
Yeah.
We don't do that shit.
No.
I hate that you're in the back. I don't know why this makes me so uncomfortable. This is like the scene from
We didn't
Guardians-
make him go back there.
from Avengers
He did it all
Endgame.
himself.
When Cheeto was in the back of the fucking ship.
That was so Why?
You guys saw the movie Joker?
Yeah.
Yes, good segue. You try to
Wow.
do it.
It's great.
How did it make you feel?
I feel like
Would
it's not that kind of good. Come on. How about you guys?
I believe you. I haven't seen it, but I trust your opinion.
Yeah.
It's not
Was it
trash.
actually-
You say
It's
trash?
a good movie.
It was a good. It's a
Yes,
good origin.
it's
It's
a good
his
movie.
origin story.
Yeah.
It's probably the best one, the only real one that they made. You know. But my problem with it is because I remember when and I said this before. We talked about when Robert De Niro was getting ready for the role. He thought that it was the sequel to The King of Comedy. So he was like, "Hey, I'm got to work on this set for The King of Comedy." And what I feel like the studio did, it was like, we could make more money if we called it The Joker. And like they tore the first page off and added some Batman themes, like him getting, you know, they added those scenes in, but it could have been any movie. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and the end could have easily been the sequel to The King of Comedy to any movie, but they said, hey, the Joker would make more money, and I feel like we got duped in that aspect. You know?
Yeah, just add green.
Yeah, they
green
just inserted a couple
hair
scenes,
paint.
and it's a completely it's a
Yeah.
bigger movie. That's all.
I feel
we're
like-
like, oh, it's the Joker.
I feel like regardless of the hero movie, whatever, Marvel, DC, like putting that aside, putting King of Comedy aside, it was a good movie. Just as a movie, it was a good movie.
Nah.
The acting, the writing,
No.
it was a
Yeah.
good movie.
Yeah, I feel like when
No,
you
I
It was disturbing.
Because I don't
It was
care about
disturbing
I don't
enough.
care about the DC universe and stuff. Like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I watched the movie and I enjoyed the movie. Like it was a good movie.
Yeah, I feel like as a character, like you kind of got invested in what his deal was. Like,
Yeah,
it was just
because
like,
we all know
okay.
Batman, we all know the Joker,
Yeah.
and we're invested in those characters whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
Now, if it was the King of Comedy, most people don't give a shit. Comics will go see it, but it would have flopped.
I don't even. I
And
haven't
it
even
was a
seen.
smart move.
I haven't seen a superhero movie since Iron Man, but I saw this.
Really?
Yeah, one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
No,
with
I
you.
saw Aquaman.
Yeah.
Just because I thought it was funny looking, and it was. It was very fun. It was like very on the
Do
nose.
you like them?
But Joker I saw without being too invested in like superhero movies, and it was good.
It's a good movie.
But yeah, it was kind of like the music was good, the acting was amazing, but yeah, like on the nose. It just kind of like, oh, bullies are coming. Oh, bullies came again. He's on the run. I don't know. You know.
I didn't see the movie, but I think it's weird in the trailer how like he's just sitting there, and then there's a couple of guys and like, let's go beat up the freak.
Yeah,
like nobody's like that.
That's
If you see a crazy homeless guy on the train, you're like, I don't want to touch him.
That's a Gotham.
That was
scene.
that was
Gotham
tacky.
scene.
That was tacky.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
in the universe.
Freakazoid,
Yeah.
you have a whooping coming.
That pink pow pow kind of era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
But I
the
feel like
same,
that was
that's
purposeful.
the same beat as
Yeah.
before. Too.
The movie doesn't
He
make
just gets-
sense. It's not logical.
He just keeps on getting beat up.
It was supposed to be a psychological thrill because he's a psychopath. He's crazy, you know. So we were supposed to be in his world, you know. So a lot of things were.
Is it worth seeing? Should I see it?
Yes.
I have a free website. I have a free website for
Today's
you.
$6.
Don't pay money to watch it. That's the only thing. I have a free website.
I haven't. I like sometimes just going to the
If I
theater,
ever
even
do
if it's good.
It's
Or
not
not.
worth it.
$6
It's too
Tuesday.
long.
Go
It's
today.
not worth it.
Our movie hopping podcast.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say this is
Oh,
what I do.
it's good movie.
It's a good movie.
Don't bully
I
us.
would see it. I would see it. Don't bully us.
Good. No, I analyze for you.
I
Okay.
am looking forward to the Harley
yeah, yeah.
Quinn movie.
You
more.
want me analyze?
Oh, yeah?
I do want to see the Harley Quinn movie. I like her as Harley Quinn.
They doing
Harley
that?
Quinn?
Okay. I don't know.
Is Harley Quinn is Joker's sidekick, girlfriend?
Yeah.
Side chick.
Side chick?
Well, she's wifey. She's wifey though.
She's white.
She's
She was
wifey,
white
yeah.
for a minute.
She's not psycho.
His girlfriend. Joker's girlfriend. But she was her own villain. So
She's a psychopath, so it's just like wifey,
she's
but
crazy.
like I gotta.
And she's fun.
Yeah, she's really
She's
fun.
fun. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Terminator comes out Friday. Anybody? No?
Yeah.
Nobody cares?
Just don't watch movies. To be honest.
It's not a podcast for you. What the fuck are you doing here? Like,
Always.
sorry.
It don't matter.
Were you gonna analyze the Joker?
You wanted more.
Go
What else
for
did you got?
You want
Yeah,
you
I
want
wanna
to know it?
Go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
I think it has real mental problem. That is not fun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's not fun. Because if you want to do comedy, it's not about comedy.
Yeah.
It's different
Yeah.
mentality, a different area. I think it's
Yeah.
it's not about comedy. Okay, if you want to be a good comedian and you have mental problem and fix your thing first and then come back, and then you're going to be different level.
Yeah.
It's not like you have disease and you try to conquer your disease and you try to be funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't work, never.
Yeah.
But if you always healthy and good thing, everything good,
Yeah.
and you still can be funny, that is more pressure.
Mhm.
Can you get it?
Yes.
Like for example, you are virgin and you meet a girl, and then you fall in love and you marry her. This more pressures for someone. They go through 100 girls, and then they decide. That is more precious for me when you only have one and you decide.
No, I don't know.
Well,
Can you understand?
But it's not even just
So-
about
But,
that.
but
Huh?
if
Yeah.
he,
But comedy and relationship
Yeah.
is different. You cannot.
And Joker never
Relationship is
said
not
something.
No, I
funny.
mean-
But it's not even just about the comedy. It's also talking about the fact that like the government defunded like
yeah.
his because he was seeing a psychiatrist and all of a sudden, oh, no more funding.
But the thing
And
is,
then like
it's-
it's about the poor and the
Yeah.
rich.
Exactly.
About having money and being able to get like mental health
yeah,
and
that was a good point.
Listen here.
because people think that it's just comedy. No, it's
Here is
about
the problem. It's not about comedy.
it's about society.
That bit, they can make that bit much longer to make it deeper and make a
They
whole
did, I
thing
mean,
out of it.
the whole
No,
fight with the cops in the street and
But it's just like-
killing the
the
politicians
whole-
and
I counted.
it's about-
I timed everything. The whole time about his mental disease, he's seeing a psychiatrist being chased by the cops. No more than 4 minutes together. I timed it. It's a 2-hour movie, and that's how they want to put it. 4 minutes, and that's how you think that's going to be the issue. No, dig deeper. If they want people to relate to it, dig
No,
deeper.
they needed to make that
4
point.
minutes.
But
Yeah,
but
they
it's-
had to put
it's
the
still
mental
yeah,
health issues in.
they had to put that
Because
issue
everything
in
has to be
because-
everything has to be a statement.
because
now.
the
they
end
put
of
Gary
Yeah.
Goldman in it.
Also, everyone has
Yeah.
problems. No one wants to hear about they want to hear
They
problems
wanna
everyone
make a
can relate
statement,
to.
But it's also a comic
Yeah.
book
Someone-
story.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you got to do both.
Someone came
Yeah.
someone came up to me the other day and he's like, man, why are all these comics talking about therapy? Nobody gives a shit about that. I got problems. I drink. You know, that's what he said, which is true. Like,
Because
everyone has problems
on both sides. If you're a hero or the villain, you have mental issues. You know, on both sides. You know.
Yes, but everyone has mental issues. No one cares about your personal. They want to hear about issues that relate to everyone, not just to you personally.
But whatever. Good.
That's my problem in comics.
I mean,
Yeah.
For me, it's like so like especially so like being black, like you know, like when I hear about like mental illness, I'm just like, what? Like because in our society, like that's not. I mean, at least for me, like that's not a thing. Like mental illness, like you just be like, oh, that person's crazy or whatever. But like you know, like not like when I deal like now with like white women, like they're just like like. You don't have self-awareness.
Crazy is the N-word.
Yeah.
It's the N-word of the mental illness community, so you can't call them crazy.
Yeah, so it's just like weird because it's like I feel like especially definitely like with like white people, they have like the ability to be like, oh, okay, like you're probably like mentally like ill, like there's like a problem with you, but for other communities, it's like I feel like I don't ever see it as that. So like when I'm with a certain person, like they'll psychoanalyze me, like, oh, you do this because blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like it's I feel like it's very different. Like there's like a culture of like psychology where it's like, oh, okay, like you know, I feel like I have a problem, so I need to see someone about it. But for other people, they don't have that like, I can just go see someone and talk about this stuff. But then when they come into a society where people are used to that, then it's like people like, oh, like you're like, you know, you have an issue, right? You know, you have a problem, right? Mentally, like you have like issues in your head. So I mean, like for me, it's just
come on in, welcome.
Wow,
It's our AA meeting.
Just
doesn't relate to everyone.
So I mean, for me, like the concept of like mental illness is like a new idea because I'm just used to I don't think I've ever heard it but before turning 30 like I was just like, oh, okay, like this he's just crazy, she's crazy, I don't know.
It is new though.
We got it.
People weren't talking about mental health wasn't a thing until the 20th century.
Yeah.
There's a good article that relates to Joker too about why it hit such a nerve, and it's like about pop psychology, and people are like, this is like a new form of entertainment, psychoanalyzing everybody,
right,
ourselves and stuff.
I study psychology. Can I speak one thing on that?
No.
Sorry, I didn't mean it.
Oh my god.
Go.
Here's the thing. The movie itself is trying to make people have self-pity about other people, especially Joker. Here's the thing, mental disease is disease. It's no difference between cancer or just allergy. It's a disease. You have a problem, you go to a place, you get that problem fixed. There should not be judgment on that. And another thing, here's the problem about the Joker, the movie. Because I studied psychology and I had my problems. And that movie, he only talks about nobody cares about me. Nobody pays attention to me. He has issues. He has problems. Everybody does, like you guys said. But the movie is not about like raising awareness for mental health. The movie is a hack. It has race problem in there, but just a little taste of it. It has problem about rich people, just a little bit of it. It's a hack. It's like if you want to talk about mental illness, like talk about it, like because I care about it. But it's a hack.
They just want to say they're talking about it.
Like, then people like, okay, nobody care. Then people go to the movie. Nobody care about me neither. Oh, especially when we're doing comedy. People are like, oh my god, like. I see so many people get on stage like, I saw the Joker movie, I feel relatable. No, you don't.
That's how I feel. Have you seen?
I get relatable to the people.
Jimmy, have you seen the new Harriet Tubman trailer?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. She's going on a horse, shooting a pistol in the air. I'm like, you know, she was an old grandma being like, follow me. It was like,
for real?
She didn't have a pistol.
Is this for real?
She wasn't old.
Okay, but you get what I'm saying. She had like a blanket going from like house to house. She wasn't. Yeah, let's go. like shooting in the air.
They're
trying to appeal.
I mean, it's like making
they're pandering.
like the fucking Young Guns movie. It's the same
No,
thing.
Yeah.
They have to glorify it a little bit.
Right.
Otherwise, they'll go see the fucking movie.
Yeah.
But people want to be like, yeah, Harriet. That's not the same Harriet on the $20 bill. That Harriet is
old
like,
Harriet. It's the same Lincoln.
So I will say, like, it's like
I don't know.
I don't think they had to go deeper because like the movie has fulfilled its intention, which is like people are now talking about
Just
it.
talk about it.
So it's like a thing where it's like, oh, okay, hey, this thing was always a thing, and now people see because now we're talking about it now. So it's like everybody's mind is like, oh, okay, wow, mental illness is a thing. So it did spark like its intention was to spark that
because
like
the Joker
the
is
conversation.
still a comic book.
Yeah.
But now, because of the time and the era it's coming out, they have to address these issues within it. You know, so they have to multitask and do a lot with that movie.
And at the end of the day, they still have to fulfill like box office.
Yeah, they gotta fulfill.
Yeah.
That's to still be a movie, you know. But shit's going on.
It's like commercial elements. Yay!
Oh my gosh!
It's Tuesday. What is doing?
Jimmy, you should have yelled at. You should have yelled at him to get out of the view.
Is there drugs in this?
Lose a minute. Lose a minute.
Lose a minute. Bring me something that's not healthy on a. Trying to.
His face.
Yeah, I can't.
Why did he get you that?
I don't know.
He's a nice guy.
Wow.
It's his
I
son.
don't trust you drinking nothing from you guys. I was like, maybe one day he's like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking come in this shit. I don't know. It's too over the top. But.
Oh, Jimmy, you
is
say.
that over the top?
Oh, you couldn't do that at Mocha's.
What? Do what? You can't get away with it. That's why I hang around you guys.
Jimmy, can I ask you something?
She was gonna say
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you can.
I was gonna say I feel like a lot of black guys like talking about gay shit, like they think it's funny, but like they have to pretend like they it's silly. You know, I'll let you read that first,
No, it's
and
a
then.
smoothie. Good, I'm listening.
And then, but they have to pretend like they're grossed out because they know you're not supposed to be okay about joking. You know what I'm talking about?
I think we're coming around because we're homophobic. Not as a whole, we're homophobic. Black guys. So we don't. There's certain things you just don't talk about in our community.
Right.
We don't talk about
I feel like you
killing
didn't
our
hear what
moms,
I said.
fucking our moms,
Yeah.
fucking babies. We don't talk about shit like that.
Yeah.
We
But
don't talk about that.
But there's
That's not
some
ours.
who like doing that, but around other black people.
But now there are Liddells who go to fucking, go to the creek and like, and they try to go back to Harlem and be like, hey, I fucking
By the way,
2 babies today.
that's messed up to use a stereotypical name like that.
What, Liddell?
No, I'm just kidding.
He's a walking stereotype. He's walking, talking. He's the shit. But yeah, I don't know. It's coming around.
Yeah.
And I, you know what
But I'm saying
the
you.
reason why I didn't do like mics and shit like in Harlem and just in the Bronx because of
You want to talk
Russell
about?
Simmons did a thing. He was like, it was kind of a spin-off of Rodney Dangerfield. If you want to kill somewhere, you got to kill them off. If you want to be a killer, kill them off 50 states. So I try to go and do shit like this where everybody's included, you know, so that we all learn how to grow. This is the worst.
That's
part
beautiful.
Of the time to end.
That's beautiful.
But to be funny, you gotta see other people's shit and assimilate to it and use it. You know.
Yeah. We should have had the Star Spangled Banner playing in the back.
Fuck that. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say you probably chose to do it here because white kids in the East Village tend to have a lot of money.
No.
You're making a lot of money off this.
Yep.
That's my point, Jimmy.
Yeah, and I want to take money from white kids. So.
That's right.
Yeah, fair.
Put it out there. That's what I'm saying.
And Asians, and I take everybody's money.
Wow.
And black people, I take what?
Yeah.
I just want to show you guys you can make money.
I don't know.
doing
Some of those
comedy.
Harlem mics,
How much is that?
they're expensive. Like the guy's like, "Come on, brother, buy 7 drinks." I'm like,
I got shit on the show.
I went yesterday to
Somebody
Red
put on a
Lobster.
show.
Red Lobster. The guy's like, "You got to buy something," and then Matt goes up, and then the bartender's like, "Just so you know, it's $15." He's like, "I don't think it is." What?
Just get
No,
a
this-
cup
this
of
is a-
coffee.
And that's what he did, but the bartender said it was $15, which is not.
It's too big of a straw. Dude.
Or
You know-
biscuits. Get
Is that
biscuits.
gay?
People get biscuits
It's kinda-
all the time.
kinda
Still, that's expensive. Though.
You know,
It's a strawberry.
How much are they?
Huh?
We're close.
I didn't do
Jimmy,
it.
that's a gay drink.
How long is the podcast last?
We're almost done.
Too long.
2 minutes.
Yeah. Another
we're done.
another point about the Joker.
Not good. Well, last point.
You want to know another point of Joker?
Yeah.
Like, this is the big failure. All the murder is real murder in the movie.
What?
Real murder?
Yeah.
I mean, he killed
The
him.
actor
It's supposed to be.
What do you mean?
Honey, no. It's supposed not to be real murder.
Wait, what do you
No.
mean?
The Joker's a
He's
psychopath.
a psychopath.
So what kind of murder? It's fake. It's a movie. It's a
Oh,
fake.
it was too realistic?
Yeah.
No, that's the Joker.
Can got it?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like just with a straight up gun, like bang?
No.
Did he kill the black lady? Did the black lady die?
No.
No, thank God. No,
I get it. Like, we talk about this
I was like,
before.
this would have been a different movie.
No,
That would have been racist. That would have been
Let
racist.
me finish.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
talked about this before, so I know what they're trying to say. Have you guys ever seen the movie American Psycho?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he didn't really kill those people at the end, right?
Okay.
But it adds to a little bit different things. If it's in the Joker movie, he has all the mental problems, and he thought he killed all of those people. But what if he actually didn't, and just in his mind?
Yeah.
If he did,
I didn't see the movie.
Yeah.
Now it's more
I don't
interesting.
know.
And even he
That's what
he's-
somebody said, that it was all in his head.
About
Yeah.
the big rats, right?
Yeah. And even the
But that's what everyone says for every movie. They're like,
I saw it 3 times.
yeah.
and even he has the birth certificate, right?
Yeah.
And he stole from another guy and then ran away to see it. I think that should be another surprise. Like he and then he
His
grabbed
mom?
and
His mom's fire.
Yeah. And then he find it. Maybe that document is fake. Maybe that guy lied. Maybe he's
So you don't know what's real.
yeah. And then you can make it not. Who knows? It's more interesting. Not like this, like bloody brutal thing. You know what I mean? I hate it. Can you
Violence?
understand? Anybody
Yeah.
understand it?
Nah, I'm a
Because we
fan.
like
You
some.
need
Yeah,
to-
yeah,
you need
I'm a
to
fan.
violence.
No, I get
Shout
it.
out.
We gotta wrap this up. Give it up for them real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, you can find me at _Alex_McKelvey_. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. It's fine.
My name's Lee. I got one thing to say. Alabama abortion ban is blocked.
Oh,
Jokes are on you, Alabama.
Woo!
We should talk about that on the podcast.
Yeah, Pandora. You can find me everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Reach out to, who the fuck just brought me this?
Vlad.
Vlad just brought me a smoothie.
Yay!
It's a smoothie. It's a smoothie. It's like a strawberry smoothie. Give it up for them. It's another episode of This is episode 465. And I'm reaching out to people to do. We're going up to the 500th episode. So if anybody wants to do the 500th episode,
Wow.
Jerry Seinfeld?
I'm reaching out to everybody. Who do you think would the biggest person that I should reach out
That
to?
realistically?
Realistically, would walk through this door.
Mark Norman?
Everybody keeps saying Mark Norman. I don't think
Nah.
he would. I reached out. He didn't.
How
Yeah.
about Jeff Ross?
Jeff Ross. I'll reach out to Jeff Ross today. We'll see.
The roast master.
She said
Yeah.
no.
Harvey Weinstein?
Harvey Weinstein. Would I ever be able to do another podcast here if Harvey Weinstein
I
walked
think
in?
That would
Jeff
boost your
Ross
numbers like
would
crazy.
like this shit.
Yeah.
Jeff Ross. We'll
He
see.
just
I'll
like-
find out. To your words. This is episode 465. You can find it on iHeartRadio, Spotify, JimPeoples.com. Thank you to Otto Strugglehead. We're here every day, Monday to Friday at 2:15 for the podcast, 3 o'clock for the open mic. Saturdays we're at Niagara Bar, 4:30 for the podcast, 5:30 for the open mic. If you're out of town comic, I don't book people for this, as you can see. You just DM me, you come grab a seat, you get a free mic and an extra minute. You get to go up early at this 4-hour mic. And get the fuck out of here. Thank you guys. Sorry we're closing this with a sponsor, but see you tomorrow. Bye.
Capital One is the open news savings account in about 5 minutes and earn 5 times the national average. 5 minutes? That's less time than you spend arguing about how to pronounce gift.
Wait, gift or jet?
Mike.
Less time than you spend trying to stick to your daily account. Resist the cards. Ooh, brownies. No brownies. That's about 5 minutes to earn 5 times the national average savings rate. This is banking reality. Capital One, what's in your world?
Terms apply. Rule comparison based on FDIC national rate. Capital One NA member FDIC.
It's health plan enrollment time. Count on Aetna for total health care. Body, mind, and spirit. Save on health and wellness products and services like massage therapy, acupuncture, chiropractic, and nutrition. Take control of your health with the new Aetna Health app. Get personalized support from one of our care managers. Whether you just had a baby or are managing a chronic condition like diabetes, want to be your best you? Visit Aetna.com/body, mind, spirit. Copyright 2019, Aetna Incorporated.
Introducing Black Titanium, the newest scratch-off game from the New York Lottery. Black Titanium is big, seriously big. In fact, it's $10 million big. Head to your favorite New York Lottery.